So in this particular subtask of the rock paper scissors project, we are going to be determining who's the winner based on the choices given by the computer and the user. So basically there'll be three scenarios in this particular function. First scenario is basically both choices given by the computer and the user are equal and we're going to return it as a tie. And the second scenario, the user has the winning selection, hence the determine winner function should return congratulations, you won this round. And the third scenario, the computer has won the selection and the determine winner function should return computer win this round. So for each scenario, the computer should output who's the winner of the particular round, and both your score and the computer score should be updated. So in the code we have the usual importing random function and initializing your score and the computer score, and as explained in the previous subtasks, we are taking user input and then we are validating it, and else we are giving an error message, and then we're gonna have get computer choice over here and we're gonna return a random choice out of this list. And in the determine winner function, we're gonna take user choice and computer choice as an input. After calling these two functions, we're gonna take this output and then we're gonna put it inside this function. And the reason why over here we have called as global use score computer score is to tell Python that we are referencing to the same two variables initialized over here. Like let's say I give just use score computer score, then what would happen is the computer would create new variables for only this particular function. That way this wouldn't be updated, but we want to update this, that is this and this are the same variables which we are referencing to. That is why we have given a tag global over here to tell Python. Now in this if else block, what we will be first doing is we are going to be defining the first scenario, that is if user choice is equal to computer choice, then we are going to return it's a tie. Else if. So what does this else if block over here do? Basically we are going to be doing the second scenario as I explained over here. That is, we're going to define every single possibility where the user has won. So you can see over here, if user choice is rock and the computer choice is scissors, the user has won. Or when user choice is a paper and computer choice is rock, or when user choice is scissors and computer choice is paper. In all three of these scenarios, the user has won. Hence, as given over here, we are going to be grouping them under the second scenario. And for this second scenario, we are going to be updating the user score variable. Basically, we are increasing it by 1 because all three of these scenarios means the user has won. And then we're going to return a message, congratulations, you won this round. And finally, we're going else. So what other conditions are left other than this and this, other than being a tie or other than the user winning? The only other option is that the computer has won, right? Hence, we're going to print out computer wins this round, and we're going to make sure to increment the score of the computer by 1. Now let's look at the main code. Now we're going to print out these three opening statements for the program, and we're going to initialize n is equal to 0 over here, and while n is less than 3. The reason we give n is less than 3 is because we have only 3 rounds in a game. First we're going to print out the round number, then we're going to call the user choice function and computer choice function, and then we're going to tell the user, okay, you chose this, and we're going to print out, okay, the computer chose this. And then we're going to pass it on to the determine winner function along with the user and computer choices. And then at last we're just going to increment the round number because all of the score increment is happening over here. Let's run this code once. So let's say I give paper. So it's printing in this format. Let's say I give rock. And then let me give paper once again. So clearly the computer has won 2 out of the 3 games. Hence the computer has won the entire match. So you can see over here that it shows who won this round and what the user has chosen and what the computer has chosen. Now let's submit it and see. So you can see all the test cases have been passed. Now let's move on to the next subtask.